2021 is almost over, and because this is a personal finance and crypto channel, I figured what better idea than to show you guys how much money I've made on the YouTube channel this first year of being on YouTube as a finance YouTuber. I said YouTube a lot of times in there. And if you guys want to get me a present for, the holidays, since it's coming up, all you gotta do is leave a like on this video. That's the best present any of you could ever give me. It's totally free to you, and again, it's all about giving, right? So go over and give the like button a little tap on the face right there. That'd be very much appreciated. And if you're feeling super generous, you can also subscribe to the channel, because why not? You can unsubscribe later on if you don't like it, and that's also free to do. So spread the holiday love. Maybe you can jingle those bells too while you're at it. You know what I'm saying? Turn on the alerts, All right, on a more serious note, I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I've made on this channel. I believe in transparency. As you guys know, when I talk about NFTs and crypto, I tell you about all the things that are really good, and I tell you about all the things that are really bad. I like to show you guys the potential and the risks involved with all the things we're doing, all the things we're talking about, specifically because this really does affect all of you guys watching these videos, myself included. So if you've ever wondered about becoming a YouTuber, this video will help you understand how much money a finance YouTube channel makes. You should also know that I've been doing YouTube for 12 years. I've literally been on YouTube with multiple different channels since 2009. So this is my channel analytics from May 4th when I started the channel this year to October 1st of this year. And the reason I select this time frame is because this is the period of time before I got monetized. It does take 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to be eligible to be partnered on YouTube to make money. So if you have a channel that doesn't have both 1,000 subscribers and over 4,000 watch hours, you can't make money on YouTube. So as you can see here, for the first 5 months, I didn't make any money. I actually barely got more than 50,000 total views, even though I posted a ton of times. You can see right here, these numbers denote all the videos I published. I probably put out 30 to 40 videos in those 5 months and didn't make a single dollar. However, if we zoom out from the very beginning of my channel in May all the way till today, you can see that all of that was pretty much nothing compared to the numbers we're doing now. And as you can quickly see here, there is the total number of money I've made on this channel. Boom, spoiler alert, you watched the whole video, you learned the whole thing already. $14,630.64 is how much money I made this year in just about 7 months of doing YouTube on this channel. The channel hasn't even broken 1 million total views yet, so this number is actually quite high compared to what other channels might earn with about 1 million views. Not even 3 months ago on October 1st, I was making $0 per day, but then once I got monetized in the first month, I started making anywhere between $50 and $150 a day, and now you can see the channel has really blown up. Just making the most money I've ever made on this channel yesterday at $735.60 in 1 day. So you can see right here that the channel is really blowing up and earning money pretty quickly. But I want to denote again that if we go to revenue real quick, you're going to see these two numbers right here, RPM and CPM. This is the average number of dollars an advertiser is paying on your videos for 1 million impressions. So you can see CPM here stands for cost per mille, meaning the amount of money spent per 1,000 impressions. This number is not the total number you're going to see though. This number right here, RPM, is revenue per mille, meaning the amount of money you actually make, because YouTube does take a 45% cut of your total revenue. You keep 55, YouTube keeps 45. The revenue per mille is the accurate number here. So you can take this number and multiply this by the number of views you get, and that will give you your total estimated earnings for that month. Typically in the fourth quarter of each year, the ad rates tend to go up because advertisers pay more money to sell products during the holidays. This number also has nicely coincided with the fact that crypto is really blowing up in the last couple months, and I will say that this RPM being 21 is much, much higher than most other channels. For example, on other channels I've worked on, like gaming channels and top 10 channels and beauty channels, the average RPM that I would see is anywhere from $2 to about $7. That's a pretty good range. So if you're anywhere from $5 to $8 is a pretty solid RPM. I would say anywhere from $10 to $13 RPM is a really good RPM for most channels. 21.81 RPM is absolutely incredible. If I go back to the last 90 days, you can see over the 90 days, it's a little bit lower at $17 RPM. You can see when I started monetizing in October, it was a little slow to get up there. It was only around $10 RPM, which was still really, really good. But over the last couple months, this has trended upward, hitting a high of almost $28 on the RPM on Monday, December 6th. As you can see right here, like we saw before, the estimated revenue, I was making anywhere from $50 to $150 in the first month in November of being monetized. And then in this past month, because the ad rates have gone up and because I started posting a lot more videos consistently and crypto's boom, the channel has grown, The number of dollars I've made each day has gone consistently up. I can't believe it's $735 a day right now. For a channel my size, that's actually insane. Just to put that in perspective for you, if I made $735 every single day on average for the next year in 2022, that would bring in $268,000 of revenue in 2022. And again, for a channel with only 30,000 subscribers, that is absolutely nuts. Don't think this is the standard. This is definitely an extreme example just because I'm in the finance niche. And this number is really critical in understanding how much money you could potentially make on your channel. Obviously, the more views that I get, that number will go up, but it's really just the number of views times the RPM that gets you your total revenue. So the first way to earn more money is simply to get more views, which I think is pretty obvious. And there are two main ways to increase your RPM if you're a smaller channel or another channel looking to increase your revenue next year. The first one is to increase your viewer duration. As you can see right here, my average viewer duration over the last 90 days is 5 minutes and 25 seconds, which is up 11% from the previous 90 days before that. And as you can see right here in September, I was floating anywhere between a 3 and a 4 minute average viewer duration, but as soon as we hit October, I hit a couple big videos that were a bit longer, and you can see right here that my average viewer duration is also up this month. That correlates very well with the timing of the RPM being higher. You can see here that same mark right around the beginning of December, my RPM jumped from 14 all the way up to the high 20s and has stayed in the mid 20s since then. So since I've been posting longer videos in December and people have been watching those longer videos a bit longer, they are watching through generally more ads that are placed on each of those videos, thus resulting in a bit more dollars per video that I get. So that is one of the two major ways you can increase your RPM, is by having a longer viewer duration. Not only does that help your RPM and help you make more money, but this number right here, if you get a longer viewer duration, YouTube tends to push your videos significantly more to the algorithm and recommends it to more people, which in then turn gives you more views and makes you even more money. So getting people to watch your videos for a significant amount of time is critically important for all aspects of YouTube. So if you are still watching the video, thank you so much for sticking around, because as you can see, it definitely helps the channel grow and it does earn me more money, even though it's free to you. And ultimately, I hope this is a win-win for everyone, because the more content you watch that ideally is very helpful and valuable to you for free, the more money I earn, and then I can do my job even better to make you guys more content, and then the cycle just keeps repeating. I make content that provides value to you for free, and in turn, you watching the videos helps me get paid by advertisers as my job. The other way to increase your RPM is by having a certain demographic, and this is kind of hard to change because your niche is what your niche is and people like what they like. So generally, people that watch your videos, whether they're from across the world, they're old, young, male, female, it doesn't really matter, because views are views and that does help overall. But the truth is, advertisers will pay more money to advertise to certain demographics than others. And one of the major factors is location. People in the US, UK, Canada, Australia just happens to be my top 4 there. English-speaking countries that tend to have a higher net worth and higher income per person generally will have advertisers paying more money to advertise to those people. So English-speaking countries, like the first 4 I have right here, literally US, UK, Canada, Australia, are pretty much the top 4 when it comes to how much advertisers will pay. So if you have those as your viewers, typically your RPM will be a little bit higher than if you have places like India, Russia, Germany, and have a lower advertising market. All right, I wanted this video to be informative, and I feel like I went kind of overboard with it. If you couldn't tell, I've been doing YouTube, like I said, for 12 years. I know a few things about how these things work. If you found this video interesting, again, I'd really appreciate it if you give a thumbs up. That helps me a bunch, obviously, as you've seen, watching the video all the way through. If you did, leave a comment down below saying Santa's sleigh ride. We'll see in the comments how many of you guys made it all the way through the video, and if you do leave that comment, I'll make sure I reply to you in the comments below. Any questions you have, leave them down below. I'm happy to help as far as the YouTube and or the finance realm go, because both of those I have a pretty good knowledge base about. And other than that, have a fantastic holiday, have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Take care.